Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up, what up, my betting family? We back with another video here at No Limit Bets for the NBA slate of March 10th, 2023. Before we get started, though, as always, I would like to say good morning to y'all, good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe, man. It's truly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 500 subscribers, and we're about 60 subscribers away for hitting that mark. So I definitely appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown thus far. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. I'm going to be bringing y'all my top 6 picks for tonight's NBA slate of games. Just to do a quick recap of yesterday's slips that I did submit. I submitted a total of 3 slips. All in all, it was a bad day. This slip right here was the only quote-unquote winning slip, as we were able to go 3-2 with Mitchell Robinson ending with a push. As you guys can see, RJ Barrett, Trey Lyles, and Sabonis were able to hit their overs. Harrison Barnes wasn't able to hit a 3 as we needed 2 from him. And then Emmanuel quickly only ends up with 3 points as he has a rough shooting night. I believe he shot 1 for 10 or 1 from 11 from the field. This next one here was the picks that we did post on yesterday's video. And unfortunately, we only went 2 and 4, as the only 2 that were able to hit were James Wiseman and Brook Lopez. Now, the Brook Lopez line, we did get it pretty low. Obviously, the news came out that Giannis wasn't going to be playing in last night's game. So when that news came out, obviously his lines went up, and his points and rebounds ended up being at like 26.5 or 27.5. But either way, he got his over with 34. And then the other 4 that weren't able to hit, they did come close, but ultimately they fell short, as Terry Rozier ends up right on the hook with 21 points out of the 22 that we needed from him. Draymond Green only ends with 12 rebounds and assists. Julius Randle only has 33 points and rebounds out of the 37 that we needed. And Desmond Baines only has 21 points out of the 24 that we needed. Now, the third and last slip was also a losing slip, only going 3-3. So like I said, all in all, pretty much was a losing day yesterday. But we definitely look to bounce back tonight and get back to our winning ways. So let's go ahead and hop into them now. It is Friday. Mostly every Friday, PrizePicks has a promotion, a protected flex play 6-pick slip, up to $20. So those $20, if you lose that slip, you'll get it back the next day in promo funds. So we're going to be taking advantage of that in today's video. But let's go ahead and get started, y'all. For my first pick, I'm going to be taking Jeremy Grant over 18.5 points against the Sixers. Now, as you guys can see, he's averaging 20.2 over his last 5, hitting the over in 3 of those 5 games. Now, for the season, the Sixers are allowing the 6th most points per game to opposing power forwards. And in their earlier matchup this season, Jeremy Grant ended up scoring 24 points, well above this mark. So also for the season, Jeremy Grant has been playing fairly well, as he's averaging 20.6 points per game. But on the road, that number goes up, or that average, should I say, goes up, as he's averaging 21.3 points per game on the road. So all in all, I think this is a good spot for him, a good matchup for him. And I'm going to be taking Jeremy Grant over 18.5 points for my first pick. For my second pick, I'm going to go to a points and rebounds category, go down to the Spurs and Denver game. And I'm going to be taking MPJ over 21.5 points and rebounds. Now, overall, over his last 5 games, MPJ has been has been cooking, as he's averaging 20.8 points per game and 6.6 rebounds per game for a total of 27.4 points and rebounds, well above this 21.5 line that they have him at. Now, over the last 7 games, the Spurs are allowing the third most points per game and the sixth most rebounds per game to opposing small forwards. All in all, we know the Spurs are not great defensive team. So I think this should be a good matchup, a good spot for him as well. And then there are 2 earlier matchups versus the Spurs this season. He went above this line and there were 24 points and rebounds in one game and 30 points and rebounds in the second game. So I'm going to be taking MPJ over 21.5 points and rebounds for my second pick. For my third pick, I'm going to go to the points and assists category. We're going to go down to the latest game, Lakers against the Raptors. And I'm going to be taking Fred VanVleet over 28.5 points and assists. Now, in the earlier matchup this season, VanVleet went above this line with 32 points and assists, and then with 25 points and 7 assists. But all in all, he's been a great facilitator here lately over his last 10 games, as he's averaging 10.3 assists per game. Now, you add that up with the Lakers allowing the third most points per game to opposing point guards over the last 7 games. And I think this should fare well for VanVleet. Also, on top of that, Vanderbilt, the Lakers' best defensive player at this moment, is more than likely going to be matched up against Siakam. So he's more than likely going to have a rough night, which should lead to VanVleet and the other Raptors, obviously, but mainly VanVleet taking more of a scoring load in this game. And I think he should at least get us, the 29 points and assists that we need from him. So I'm going to be taking him for my third pick. Now, for my fourth pick, I'm going to go to the points category. I'm going to go back to the Sixers and Trailblazers game. And I'm going to be taking Joel Embiid over 32.5 points. Now, over his last 5, he's averaging 34.8, as you guys can see, and also hitting the over in 3 of those 5 games. Now, in today's matchup, tonight's matchup, should I say, it should be an entertaining one, as this game is featuring 2 of the top 3 scorers in the league this season. You have Embiid at number 1 with 33.3 points per game, and Dame at number 3 with 32.3 points per game. Now, for the season, the Trailblazers have been struggling to guard opposing centers, as they're allowing the most points per game to opposing centers. I know that Nurkic might be back for this game, but it really doesn't matter what center the Trailblazers put out there. They really don't have nobody to slow down or stop Embiid, as we all know what he's capable of. Now, in his last 3 games versus the Trailblazers, he's hit this over in 2 of those 3 games. And the one that he did miss was the earlier matchup this season that he ended up with 32 right on the hook. So I expect him this game to at least get his season average at 33, but he might, go between 35 and 40. I'm expecting in tonight's game. So I'm going to be rocking with him for my 4th pick. For my 5th pick, I'm going to go back to the points and rebounds category. And I'm going to be going down to the Heat and Cavs game. And I'm going to be taking Jimmy Butler over 27.5 points and rebounds. Now, over his last 5 games overall, Jimmy is averaging 30.8 points and rebounds, definitely above this line that they have him at. And also over the last 7 games, the Cavs are allowing the second most points per game and the third most rebounds per game to opposing small forwards. Now, these 2 teams just played each other two nights ago, so this is pretty much a back-to-back against these 2 teams. And in that game, Jimmy ended up with 33 points and rebounds, scoring 28 points and grabbing 5 rebounds. So I think it should also the line that he had 2 nights ago should kind of repeat itself, as we know the Cavs are a great defensive team. They have the 2 big men down low with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. So obviously Bam is going to have his work cut out for him, his hands full. And then Tyler Hero has been up and down, here recently. So I expect Jimmy Butler to, take more of the scoring load on him, as he's always aggressive getting to the line, and also grab at least 5 or so rebounds for us for this line to hit. So I'm gonna be taking Jimmy over 27.5 points and rebounds for my 5th pick. And for my 6th and last pick, I'm gonna go back to the points prop, and I'm gonna go to the Wizards and Hawks game, and I'm gonna be taking Kyle Kuzma over 21.5 points. Now, over his last 5, he's averaging 24.4, hitting the over in 4 out of those 5 games. So he's been playing well here recently. Now, for the season, the Hawks are allowing the 5th most points per game to opposing small forwards. And as you guys can see, they faced the Hawks and the Wizards have faced each other in 2 out of those last 5 games. As you guys can see, their last game 2 nights ago was against the same Hawks team. He ends up scoring 25. And then on February 28th was against the Hawks as well, and he scores 28. So he seems to have a good trend in scoring, versus the Hawks. And the Hawks also are struggling, defending the opposing small forward. So all in all, I think this should be a good matchup for him to hit his over. So I'm going to be rocking with Kyle Kuzma for my 6th and last pick over 21.5 points. Now, that's going to be my top 6 picks. We're taking the over on all of them. As always, if you guys agree with any of my plays, please do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. And like I mentioned earlier, this 6-pick flex play is protected. Is a promotion that PrizePicks runs mostly every Friday, up to $20. So I'm going to be pasting the $20 entry for the possibility of winning $600. So let's go ahead and place that entry. And that's going to be it for today's video, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight. And we'll be back here tomorrow. Let's get this money.